What's going on, New Gaming Order? We back like the Juggernaut bitch. This is Alex, Lexus, Nelson, and Chris on your knees of the New Gaming Order, the higher echelon producers who pretty much provide the majority of the content for this channel. So I want to take this time to shout out Full Screen for really, I'm looking back at, had we not hooked up with them, we wouldn't have got those almost 300 some plus subscribers. So shout out to Full Screen. If you're a new YouTube group that is trying to do what New Gaming Order is doing, I highly recommend going through them. They're really good people, and I can't say anything bad about them. Alright, so make sure you're checking us out at newgamingorder.com and here on our Twitch channel. And whatever you miss here, all our highlights, we export them to YouTube. The more subscribers, the better. The subscribership is growing. So I'm just in a very grateful mood. So thank you to our audience. So opening remarks from On Your Knees, and then us.
Let me see. Go check out Arc of Nepotism. Was released on Steam yesterday. I'll be streaming that tomorrow. Classic hardcore or old school difficulty action RPG. I believe it was released on PSP a few years back. It finally got a port to PC. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. Make sure to check it out. It's on sale, 15% off for the launch sale.
I might have to check that out. I love action RPGs. Yeah, I don't like the turn-based stuff.
Yeah, it's not. No, this is straight up action. No healing items. And this one, originally, you could use healing items, but there's they call it a catastrophe mode, which I'm playing on, which you don't get to use healing items.
Okay.
So if someone drops a healing item, it's used right away. You don't get no healing on bosses. You gotta one shot them.
All right. Hey Chris, I gotta ask you. The footage that we're using today is Saints Row 4 Gat Out of Hell. Now, that character, is he a saint or something?
Yeah, that's Gat from the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. If you played the third one, it's thought that he's killed in the plane crash, but it's actually they were going to do a DLC, and he was going to be kidnapped by aliens, which turned into Saints Row 4. They made it a full standalone game, which I didn't quite agree with, but they did sell it at a discount, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Gat Out of Hell, I think, was overpriced though because it's a short game. I beat it. And
it looks like Infamous in terms of like the map and all that, but
yeah, I have 9 hours and I'm at like 90-something%, and you could beat it in 4 if you skip all the extra crap.
Okay, all right. So Nelson, opening comments.
Welcome to the New Gaming Order podcast on this Thursday. What is it, April 30th?
Yeah, last day of the month, baby.
Last day of the month. If you guys haven't tried out Cinder and the new Killer Instinct Season 2, by all means, you should definitely do that. He looks like a promising character. And yes, guys, if you guys haven't noticed, I got my appendix removed almost about 4 or 5 days ago, and I am still on bed rest. Very thankful for Alex and On Your Knees for helping out on the time where I wish I could be, streaming, but apparently I can't be doing that at the moment, so... yeah.
It's a collective effort, man. Alright, so let's get into this bitch. New Gaming Order. You know what? There's one topic I wanted to hit first, but thinking we'll probably do that for PSAs. But right now, I actually want to go Rocky Balboa versus Ivan Drago in the last round on Konami. What the fuck is going on with Konami? It's just a lot of changes, and before I go on my rant on Konami, because I'm going to put some good time into sticking the screws to them, for good and bad. But it's something to the effect where I had a strange premonition today after watching Review Text videos, Alpha Omega Sin, and the other YouTubers out there, the reference to the state of Konami right now. And I'm thinking all the companies from my generation, On Your Knees, Shinwar, the rest of the group, mid 20s, early 30s. Some of these companies that were great and very established and thrived throughout the golden era of gaming may not be around in the next wave. And the analogy I'm going to use is, if you take the current WWE roster right now and you go back like 20 years with the exception of Undertaker and Triple H, it's a whole new batch of people. So I foresee this happening with the gaming industry where companies like Capcom won't be around anymore. Konami is now, and I used to think Konami, because you didn't hear a lot of drama with them, that they were okay, and unfortunately that isn't the case. But it's just a lot. The landscape will change. There are going to be new companies coming out, and it's just there was a good point that I read in a couple articles. You won't see a lot of AAA titles anymore. You're going to see a lot of how can I say, either really high-end AAA games or indie games. There won't be any in the middle anymore. So, I mean, like, Konami's messing up real hard. And with that, I'm going to turn it to On Your Knees. Like, what are your thoughts of what's happening with Konami right now?
Oh, I have a feeling, no one's really talking about it yet, but there's going to be the fallout between Kojima and the rest of the board of Konami was that he wanted to end Metal Gear Solid, and they want to continue it. And immediately, as soon as he left, he said, well, we're still going to make games, which, led to the unfortunate fallout, which I'm sure you're going to go into next with the Neiman Marcus Silent Hill getting axed. Which I wasn't realized he was a part of it. But as soon as I heard that, like, oh, that sucks. I never played any games, but I've heard good things about it, especially the earlier ones.
Yeah.
Were really good. So it is a disappointment to see something like that get shit canned, especially when you actually had actors that could fit those roles good.
Yeah.
I want lend their likeness and most likely their voices to the characters.
Yeah.
So this is. The companies are just getting greedy these days. They want to milk something over and over. It's very rare when they want to try new IPs.
Yes.
So you got to go the indie route to get these new IPs, and sometimes they'll get snatched up, sometimes they won't. This is just we beat this dead horse every week when something like this comes up. Mm-hmm. It's just in the end, it's just greed, and these companies are going to hurt themselves in the long run.
Yeah, and look what happened with Halo Master Chief Collection. Like, Microsoft it's one thing, like, everybody was blaming 343, but you also have to blame Microsoft too, because they're like, we want this game right now, before Christmas, da-da-da. You know what I mean? Look at Rocksteady, they're like, hey, you know what, Batman, we're going to delay it. We're going to make sure it's good.
Yeah, and CDPR did the same thing with Witcher 3. They put that shit back a year.
Yep, there you go. But, I mean, there's so many angles that I'm trying to hit Konami with. It's just, it just, I don't know. Like, I guess the upper management has changed in the fact that it's not profitable anymore to do the AAA titles. It has to be quick turnaround, mobile games or something like that. And with this happening, we're gonna see a whole change in how the quality of the gaming might degrade as well. But hitting Konami even further, you also have that they delisted themselves from the New York Stock Exchange, and they weren't really making that much money on the New York Stock anyway. I think it was like not even 2%.
Yeah, from what I read, that's not a big thing. That's just bad timing. That makes it look worse than it is.
Yeah.
So that's not much of a thing, especially for a Japanese company. If it was an American company delisting, that would be an issue, especially because if they're forcibly delist because their stock's low. Yeah. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. They just delisted probably for financials, and it was just bad timing. You had this bad announcement, and hey, we're doing this too. It just doesn't look good up here.
And then Silent Hill with the canceling. It's just too much happening with Konami at one time. You know what I mean? It's just like boom, 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 boom. But you see, like I was saying, Chris, like Capcom stuff, their dirty laundry was aired out for the whole world to see over a period of time. So when you see this happening to Capcom, it's not really like, oh, okay, it's to be expected. But Konami, I guess they were keeping it under the radar for so long, and then all of a sudden now somebody turned that rock and see all the worms underneath, But for the sake of time, Nelson, what are your thoughts on what the hell is happening with Konami, and just 3 different things happening at the same time with the stock exchange list, Silent Hill's cancellation, Kojima being terminated or fired or willingly left? Like, what are your thoughts? It's like craziness at that company.
Well, the best way how I can put it is that It's definitely something, as you said before, up in upper management, where someone made a fucked up decision, and they want to fit in with the current times that every other company that is that what they're doing now. Like every company, let's say, give it like EA, Capcom, or uh, I don't know, some other fucking company. And everything is coming out within a year, half a year's time frame. And they have to milk all these things out real quickly. And Konami was one of those companies that wasn't caught up with the times until very recently, where they had to start making budget cuts and they had to start cutting down costing of what they really are going to work forward in the future and what projects will get them to where they need as of money and where that wouldn't. The Silent Hill thing is kind of a fucked up thing because I can't remember the dude's name, but the person who worked alongside with Hideo Kojima, I think is like a producer. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
That was his second time in a row that he was working on a game franchise and it got canceled.
Yeah.
And that's really fucked up when you're using this guy's likeness from The Walking Dead. Also, he featured in what is that fucking 2 movies? The brothers where they went to when they was in Boston. You know what I'm talking about? The main actor that's a part of the game.
You went to Boston.
Yeah, the movie was based in Boston. There was like brothers and there was like hitmen.
I don't think I saw that movie.
It's an old ass movie. I can't remember the name right now, guys. I'm sorry, but
we'll probably put it in the description on YouTube.
Yeah, can't really remember. Also with like the main core of Metal Gear Solid 5 is getting messed up as well because since Hideo Kojima left, now everything is thrown like out of nowhere. Like, oh, Snake is not Snake no more.
I heard he's still working on the production of the game too.
Yeah, he allegedly he's supposed to be involved until the game's released, or at least goes gold.
Well, that doesn't make any sense then, because then why did they come out with an article saying like, oh, we don't know if the character is Big Boss anymore? They decided to cut off Keith Sutherland's voice.
Yeah, he just did the voice for Snake in Ground Zero.
Well,
but not for.
Isn't the game scheduled to be released soon?
December 1st.
What, December?
Yeah, that's still kind of like
September.
Oh, yeah, that's still kind of like to be making a major change like that.
Yeah, I know.
Unless they're going to push back the release date.
I would rather them delay it or something. But what? Let's say this is just a far-fetched thought. What if they cancel it?
Nah.
If they cancel, I'm done with gaming.
Gaming, really, nothing.
I'm done with gaming. I swear to God. You think I'm joking? I'm putting this right now. New gaming order. If Metal Gear Solid 5 does not come out the day before my birthday, you will see a Craigslist ads of all my games. All of my games on Craigslist in one bundle.
Are you talking about being completely shit-canned or just delayed?
No, like canceled. Like, let's say if they pull the Silent Hills with it, you know.
The Metal Gear's their cash cow. They would kill their first Saints. Yeah, Boondock. That was the Neiman Marcus was from Boondock Saints.
Yeah, the Boondock Saints is the movie, Alex.
It's a long time ago. I gotta rewatch.
That's the movie.
I'm getting old.
It's on Netflix. Go check it out.
Yes.
You know I don't have Netflix. I don't got that kind of money. I think I bills.
It's $12 a month. You can't afford $12 a month.
Look, I have 2 motorcycles, paying insurance on 2 cars, paying. Look.
Wait. Why do you have 2 extra vehicles you don't need?
Well, actually, one is for my sister.
But why are you paying for your sister's car?
Because she's getting ready to go to college.
So?
Hey,
I had to pay my own insurance.
I was taking care of her. Now
so she can get a job just like everyone else did to pay for car insurance.
Well, I know. She's just turning.
So I was working since I was 14 every year.
Hey, look, she's the baby. I'm taking care of the little one, but she's about to take care of business. You
better be careful how you phrase that, Alex. You're gonna open a door for me.
Anyway. Oh, and this freaking believable. But back to Konami, I'm disappointed because it's like, you know, this is the company that brought us Castlevania, Silent Hill, Metal Gear, you know, Contra, you know, and with this happening, I remember there was rumors of a first-person shooter version of Contra reboot that was supposed to be in the works. Now, considering Konami's having all these woes and changes, I foresee that not happening anymore. You know, I would love to have seen Contra for this generation. Now, imagine a Contra that looked like Gears of War. You know what I mean? Damn, that would be freaking awesome. You know, and that's kind of a segue into our next topic, but, you know, it's unfortunate. I mean, Lords of Shadow 2 bombed because of the director was putting stupid shit in the game, whereas Lords of Shadow, the original, preserved what was Castlevania. And it's just like Capcom, Konami's making bad decisions. New people, it's my generation, our generation, is taking over these companies. They want to turn a quick profit, fucking shit up. And here's the thing, you got those higher execs making all these decisions, right? They don't give a fuck about the IPs that are near and dear to us. Because, like, and I'm going to take an excerpt from Review Tech, they have their golden parachute. They're going to make their money for the time that they're there, get whatever they can, and then when the ship is sinking, they're going to, hey, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? And that's not fair. It's like they just come and destroy franchises. Like, you know, like EA and some of the, you know, they come in there, they fuck shit up, and then they leave.
That's part of corporate America, though.
They're becoming like parasites, you know what I mean? And then, you know, those of us who really have fond attachments to these franchises, like, look what happened with Matrick, Don Matrick from when the Xbox One was announced, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. Now he's gone, right? And Microsoft had to do so much damage control. I don't blame him 100%, but a lot of the people putting in these stupid decisions, you know, they're gone. They're gone. But what's suffering? The console, the sales, and all that. And that's, you know, that in part is why PlayStation is still reigning supreme. But these people who fucked it up don't give a damn. Same thing at the higher up with Capcom and in Konami. It's just some people just don't care. It's about, give me the money, give me the money. More money, more money. Shout out to Shinwar Style, you know? But that's my rant. You know, anything you guys want to conclude on this Konami situation?
I got nothing else.
Just don't fuck up Metal Gear Solid 5.
Nelson, it might get canceled.
Too late.
Man.
Too late.
If it gets canceled, then I'm done with gaming. I swear to God, I'll have everything on Craigslist.
No, you gotta join the PC Master
gaming,
Race.
Nelson. Huh?
Join the PC Master Race. There you go. Leave the consoles behind you.
Hey, eventually it's gonna go that route, but New Gaming Order, we're gonna bring this particular segment to an end. For our YouTube folks, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe below. Any feedback is good feedback, good or bad. You know, just make sure it's respectful. You know, we don't want trolls or anything like that. Check us out on newgamingorder.com, where we put most of our information every week. So, you know, and before we go, Chris, anything from the chat?
No, chat's empty.
Okay, not a problem with that. New Gaming Order. We'll be right back from intermission.